let me turn my video on. So this next speaker gets a
Oh,
lucky intro because we've got Medina here. Medina is my favorite little girl in the world. But speaking of girls, women, all of that, I've had the pleasure of meeting Amanda Williams in Denver face to face at the SDR Hospitality Summit there. And guys, when I tell you like fitness and nutrition and health and the way you take care of your God-given vessel is my love language. And Amanda and I quickly hit it off. And I really enjoyed my time with her, taking challenge and turning it into opportunity, knowing where to pivot, because in all of our businesses we better, whether it's in growth, whether it's in challenge, no matter what it is. And Amanda's got the best story for that, and I'm so grateful to have her as a friend. And here you go, let's go.
oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. So yes, I'm Amanda, and I'm known as the traveling realtor for those of you that haven't heard of me. And so I'm going to share with you today from my heart about health and wellness, and I'll share a little bit about what's actually going on right now. I find it very ironic that I am speaking about this today, and I've known that I was going to speak about this today now for a couple of months. And so it's very interesting that this is popping up right now for me. So hopefully you guys can see my screen okay there. I think you can. You can let me know in the comments here. I see some thumbs up. So awesome. All right, perfect. So we're going to be talking today about happy host, happy guest. Why your well-being drives guest satisfaction for your business. Because the truth behind this is there's no balance, right? I feel like balance is a complete myth. I feel like the sooner that we can accept that, that life is just a freaking roller coaster. And sometimes we're doing really good and sometimes we're doing really bad. And it's just going to like continue to go up and down and up and down. That's my belief system. That's what's happened in my personal life. And so it's about learning little things that you can do throughout the day that can regulate your energy and just help you not hit that burnout, right? Help your nervous system calm down a little bit. And so it's all about energy. I feel like I've been listening to everyone speak today, and I feel like we're all on the same path with mindset and energy and just all of the things. And so, whenever we're able to really focus on that, then we're able to lead with peace and a calmness, and then that will spread throughout your company. So, let's talk about seasons because there are seasons of business and there are seasons of life, and life happens sometimes. And so there's a season for scaling when you're out and you're building and you're launching and you're having the 2 or 3 a.m. nights building things on ChatGPT. Y'all know y'all have been there before. You're expanding, you're in creation mode, and like you are fired up, right? And then there are seasons in life for soul work. And this is when you need to take some time to heal, to reflect, just to come back into your body, right? And so I would love for you to ask yourself, what season are you in right now? Are you in a growth season? Are you building something amazing? Are you trying to expand your company? Or are you in more of like a maintenance season, right? You're just like, okay, I just got to like make sure all the wheels stay on the bus and I'm not trying to grow. I'm just trying to make sure I'm optimizing what I have right now. Or maybe you're in a season that, like me, where I just went into the season a few days ago of health and wellness and like healing my body. And so that's okay too to be in that season. And what's important is to be able to have a business model that will support that season of your life if that's the season that you're in. So, what does this season require? It really does it require action? Does it require a patience or does it require healing from you? And really, what are you going to do about it? Right. And then how can I honor where I am without guilt? Oh, guys, I am talking to you about this, but let me just tell you, I am talking to myself because I am the one that it's like if I take any time off, and you guys can tell me if you're here with me on this. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, right? Like, oh, I'm lazy. I would love to hear in the comments, like, have you guys ever felt that way? Like, oh, I'm not working, so I'm a little lazy today. And I just remembered I put the link, so I know that you guys got the workbook, but when I was looking at it, my all of my stuff in the workbook was kind of like jumbled and stuff. So I just threw it into a Google Drive, and I just put the link here for you to download the Google Drive just to make it a little bit easier for you. So that's what that is. And then when you stop resisting your season and you start working with it, then that's when everything changes. That's what I like to call you're in flow, right? That's whenever think about dominoes. So when you're on the right track in life, everything just kind of starts to fall into place. And that's where we want to be. That's the goal of where we want to be. I want to talk to you about the mind body connection. So I'm going to flip over here and see if you guys have heard of the mind body connection. There are a few books out there. One of our very own Kane, he talks about healing back pain by John Sarno. There's another one called The Body Keeps the Score, which is an amazing book as well. I'm actually listening to that right now. And I just finished this book, and this is called Mind Your Body by Nicole Sachs. And so Nicole studied under John Sarno for years and years and years before he passed away. And his whole, and I listened to this book twice over the last 4 years, chronic pain, not figuring out like what is wrong with me. And I kept listening to it. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not in my head. And so now there's a new book out, and I've been told it's pretty much the same concepts as Sarno, but it is written in a way that I understand, or maybe it's just I'm in a place in my life that I understand this now. And I'm just going to try to wrap it into a little bow for you. The mind body connection is where you have suppressed emotions that show up as pain, or they could show up as an autoimmune disease. They could show up as cancers. They could show up as so many different things. And it could be just be like, oh my gosh, I have tension in my shoulders or whatever it is. But it won't lift, right? And the doctors are telling you there's nothing wrong with you, but yet there's something wrong. Like, obviously, I'm not having this pain for no reason. And so it's this whole mind body connection, and it's your body trying to talk to you, and it whispers at first, right? And then if you still don't listen to it, it screams. I'll tell you guys, I don't know how many of you follow me on social media. I've been pretty vocal this last week about what's happening in my personal life right now. But I had a cancer scare, and I got my results back on Monday. Thank God it's not that. But it's it's another situation of doctors not knowing what is wrong, right? They've taken it to this big convention, all these doctors are looking at it, they're like, "We don't know what this is." And I'm thinking, well, that's kind of been the story of my life for the last 4 years, because all these little things have been happening in my body because my body's been whispering to me. And then every time I go to get something checked, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy, all the things. And so I don't know if any of you are going through that right now. But I'm here, and I'm so passionate about this subject because you've got to just stop. And it's so hard to do. And guys, I am talking to you and like I'm talking to myself right now. I need to hear this just as bad as you guys do. But we can't ignore that, because all of that gets pushed down into our bodies, and we have to figure out a way to like get it out, get it moving, or else it's going to come up. It's going to come up in diseases and aches and pains and all the things. And so the whole point of this is, please, please, please listen to your body. Something that's been helping me is journaling every single morning, sometimes at night as well. And this is journaling just all of the feelings, all of those emotions, the things that I got a little maybe emotional about, but I pushed down because I'm going to move on to the next thing, and I'm strong, and I'm going to go, and I'm not going to let it affect me. That's all the things that literally get stuck in your tissues and stuck in your body, and that's what will come out in your nervous system. And if that is showing for you, then imagine what your employees are feeling or your guests are feeling. And so that's how I'm trying to wrap that into this because your nervous system regulation is your superpower. If you know how just to do a couple of little things. I mean, one thing that really helps me, I don't know if you can see me good, but like even just like tapping. I don't know if you guys know about tapping, but even just tapping like that can totally reset your nervous system just for 30 seconds. A few other things that you can do when you're starting to feel all that craziness going on is you can do a little breathing exercise. We did this at the summit in Denver, where literally breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and then breathe out for 8 seconds. And that resets your nervous system in under a minute. And you could do that before check ins. You could do that maybe if you're about to go into a difficult conversation, or maybe you just had one, or if you're feeling overwhelmed, anything like that, guys. I don't care. You can be on a phone call and you can still do that, right? Something else that I love is my brain tap. Now, there's all these different apps out nowadays. You can even use YouTube just like for meditations, but just a quick audio meditation session in the mornings, during the day, at night. I do them pretty much anytime that I'm feeling like, okay, my nervous system needs to like regulate. I'll just go do like a 5 minute meditation. And the one that I use is an app. It's called Brain Tap, and it's really amazing. But you don't have to use that. You can use anything. And then probably one of my favorite things is a YouTube, and I have this in the workbook. That's why I put the link here again for you because the link wasn't working. And I really want you guys to go to this guy's YouTube channel. It's Breath with Sandy, and he has got the best breath work out there. It's all free, it's all on YouTube, and he's got some like 5 to 8 minute sessions. He's got some longer sessions too that are amazing if you have time, but just a quick breath work session in the mornings or during the day, whenever you want to do it. It's fast, it gets you going, it gets you energized, or it could regulate your nervous system as well. And so that's just some of my tips. And then you could also, add movement into that, and sunlight, and earthing, and grounding, and cold water. And there's so many things you can do. I've studied with Tony Robbins for a year, and one of the things is like change your state. If you're in an area where you're just like kind of in a funk, right? Get up, go outside for 2 minutes, put your freaking feet in the grass for 2 minutes, right? You will be surprised at just what that little thing would be able to do for you. And it's not a luxury to go out and be able to do this. It's not going to cost you any money to do any of this stuff. It's literally you having this discipline to do it and just taking the 1 minute and getting this done. And don't tell me you don't have 1 minute, and don't tell me you don't have 5 minutes, because you do. You have 5 minutes. So the ripple effect of your energy is when you really focus on your well-being, you show up with presence, you show up with clarity, you have that calm feeling inside, hopefully. You're able to lead better, your team feels supported, your systems are running smoothly, and you make better decisions, to be quite honest. And then, of course, if you have interactions with your guest, then your guests are feeling cared for as well. They're experiencing, your peace and all of the details, and you're not like running around chaos and frantic. Oh, I forgot this, and I got to do this, because that shows, and that just feels, nervous system jacks up, right? So it's not magic; it's an energy transfer, and so a calm host creates a calm team. A calm team creates calm guest. And a calm guest leaves you that glowing 5-star review if you're still on Airbnb. And so think about your energy as being like your business card, right? So people feel when you're burnt out, or they feel when you're thriving. I mean, I probably should ask people, like, if y'all felt like I've been burnt out, they're probably going to say yes. um so that sense of, where are you operating from? Are you operating from depletion, or are you operating from an overflow of love and abundance, and all of the things? Gratitude is another one. So the best self-care that I've ever given myself is when we pivoted accidentally to midterm rentals in 2020, 2021. And it allowed me in 2023 to literally travel around the world. I did 14 countries in that year with Tony Robbins and a whole group of people. We were all traveling together. And it was the best thing ever. And I'm telling you that because there's no way I could have done that if we hadn't pivoted to more of a monthly rental model. If we had still had 25 short-term rentals and we were running the business the way that we were running it on Airbnb, there's no way I could have been able to do that. What I love about that is, you're a few of you have actually mentioned midterm rentals today. So, you're getting away from a lot of that constant turnover and the cleanings and all the check-ins and the checkouts and all the questions and just no more running yourself into the ground trying to please everyone all the time. Because you have one person check in, they're there, my average client staying 3 to 4 months. And that just lowers so much of the anxiety around running a business like this. Definitely lower stress levels. So, my personal business is 90% monthly bookings, and those are, 30 plus day stays, way less turnover, cleanings, all the things. And it saves me so much energy. And so it's about systems aren't just about efficiency, they're about your protecting your nervous system, right? When your business is running smoothly, then your body can finally rest a little bit. And that's just good business. That's a sustainable business. So I want to talk to you about just a few more things when it comes to wellness. And these are just some of the things that I do and they've helped me and they've helped me feel like I'm staying in like a healthy routine, which then gets my mindset right for everything else that I'm doing. So um one of the things that I love is lemon and salt water in the morning. Literally, first thing in the morning, the very first thing I do is I chug 2 glasses of water with lemon and salt, Baja Gold salt. It's great, and that just hydrates you. We are salt, like our blood is salt, and so it's just really good for you. Do your research on that. Don't get me started on all of that. I also do a fiber smoothie, and oh, it's so funny. Okay, so and I am the traveling realtor. You didn't know. This is my coffee in the morning. So I have a yellow one for my coffees in the morning, and I have a bigger one, a bluer one for my fiber smoothies. And my fiber smoothie is all my gut health stuff. So it's got psyllium husk and glutathione and protein and um, flaxseed and chia seeds and probably a few other things, maca powders. And so it doesn't matter where I'm at. I literally I do these and I put them in my bag and wherever I'm at, I'm traveling around with that and I'm traveling around with this little mixer. And this wherever I go, people know, oh, Amanda's going to be there with her smoothie and her mixer and I don't care how crazy I look. I'm gonna have my stuff. I'm gonna have my protein coffee in the morning. I'm gonna have my fiber smoothie, and it's a non-negotiable for me. So, happy to tell you guys more about that, but it has been a complete game changer for me. Daily movement, even if it's just 10 minutes, and that's kind of a trick I do to myself. So I'm like, I can go walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes, or I can go walk around outside for 10 minutes. You can do anything for 10 minutes. And the reality is that once you get in there and you do 10 minutes, you're like, I could do 5 more minutes. I could do 5 more minutes. And then all of a sudden it's been like 20, 30 minutes and you've been exercising. You're like, okay, that was good. And now I feel good. A gratitude practice. So, 3 things before bed. It could be super simple. It just shifts your brain into abundance. I'm working on a mind movie right now, which is like a 2-minute mind movie that I'm using AI to create of like all the things that I want in my life. And then that's something that you can watch before bed when you wake up in the morning, and it just gets you in that correct mindset, which is what everyone's talking about today. If you're having any lymphatic drainage issues or liver issues or anything with detox, castor oil packs are amazing. I sleep with one about 3 nights a week on my stomach or on my liver. And it has helped as well. So, and guys, you can go to YouTube and like research all this, and there are videos for days teaching you all about this. And then breath work. We've already covered breath work. I absolutely love breath with Sandy, and you could do that anytime. Nap time is something I learned from my coach with Tony Robbins, and this is no added time habits. So this is what can you do? What can you mix together that's not going to take any more of your time? So like if you have to drive, but you have to listen, or you don't have to, but you want to learn something on a podcast or some type of training, put those together, a book, right? Um, thinking and doing affirmations, speaking them out loud. Tony's a big fan of that. And then sauna and or bath. And journaling, I'm a big fan of the sauna. And to tell you the truth, I do a steam sauna. So I try to get in there and like run a meditation while I'm in the sauna. And then when I get out of the sauna, I'm way more clear to be able to journal as well. And then just a really quick thing that all of you can do is whenever you are about to arrive somewhere, then you can literally just sit in your car for like 30 seconds and take two or three deep breaths and just think about your goal for whatever situation that you're about to walk into. And that's going to calm your nervous system. That's going to get you in the right mindset for whatever situation you're going into. And again, it increases your energy, right? So people want to actually be close to you. And then in the mornings, coffee and visualization. So this is where the mind movie is going to come in. It's literally a 2-minute video that I'm going to make. But right now, it's just thinking about like, okay, what that retreat center that Fahid had me talking about earlier, like, what is that going to look like? And I'm going to be like, doing all these things at the retreat center and helping all these people. And then, driving and reflecting. This is something I actually love, and I do this a lot. Now that we have ChatGPT, on your phone. If you don't have the app on your phone, please download it because you can talk to it and it can talk back. And I do this a lot and I just brain dump on this thing. Like I have a whole brain dump GPT that I've built and it's amazing because it helps me get all my thoughts in order. And so it can help you like figure out like what are your lessons from today or what do you need to journal about or whatever that is. And then something super easy is when you're brushing your teeth, you could like work on your posture, you can work on your superwoman pose, you can do all kinds of stuff. And so it's literally just changing like little things about the things that you do every single day, just changing those up just a little bit and creating new habits around those. So you don't need more time. You need smarter systems. You need more nap time. You need to put them together. And then that will build peace, that will build productivity, and layer wellness into what you're already doing. And so that's how you can create success without burning out. And guys, I do this stuff and I still burn out. Okay. There's something to like being able to say no to like 1 million things as well. I don't know if you guys have a lot of projects going on like I do right now. But these definitely help. And I can tell you, I probably would have burned out a long time beforehand if I hadn't have been doing these. So just pausing, breathing, and just choosing, right? Catching yourself before reacting, creating space and a response. That's where your power is going to live. And regulating your body. Again, that's that nervous system reset and choosing to respond from power, not pressure, leading with your highest self, not your triggered self. Take a couple of breaths. You have to go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT exactly what you want to say to that person. Do that and then it will help you rewrite that in a very nice way that's not going to be defensive to that person. So, um, and then of course, designing homes that heal as well. Just you guys know this, but it's the uncluttered layouts, it's the less visual noise, just more mental peace, right? We want our guests to feel that as well. Natural colors, all the things. I don't know how much time I have. I'm going to click over here. Okay, fine. He's not here, so I'm almost done. um, so rest retreats and reconnection. So you cannot pour from an empty cup. And you definitely can't scale from one either. And so rest, it's not a reward for hard work, even though sometimes I feel like it should be. It's a requirement to continue to grow this business. That's what it is. And so taking a CEO rest week, blocking out some intentional time to unplug. I came to Cabo today. I'm sitting at my friend's house. I don't know if you can see this view, but it's gorgeous. And I just need to reset. So I came down here for 10 days and I'm just going to reset down here for a little while. And sometimes that's what you need. Okay. Schedule it out. And another thing is like a staycation too. So you have your rest weeks and then you have your staycations, and you could use your own properties for this. But just a way that you're going to be able just to kind of get you outside of your norm and have a place to go and think. And then retreats, I love retreats. I host retreats. I host all the hospitable host retreats. We have so much fun. A lot of you here have been to my retreats and we've had a blast. But having immersive experiences that pull you out of your daily patterns and into that expansion mode. And I'm so excited about the one that's coming up at Helen's in New York. That is the best place for this next summit because it's everything I'm talking about, guys. We're going to be able to like intertwine all of this into what we're doing at the next summit in New York. So I don't know if they've announced that yet, but it's going to be amazing. So when you travel, travel to don't travel to escape, travel to expand, right? Travel to expand your mind, get creative again, and that's going to help a lot. Rest isn't about checking out. It's about checking in. It's about checking in with yourself. And that's where clarity lives. That's where your next breakthrough is waiting to come out and building in recovery just to grow that sustainability because burnout it's not a badge of honor. A lot of us have hit it. It's a warning sign. It's a warning sign to slow the you know what down. So regulate your energy, better decisions, stronger reviews, sustainable growth. We've covered that. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me talk about this. This is actually the first time I've talked about health and wellness in a setting like this. I'm usually just talking about midterm rentals. And so I'm obviously super passionate about this. And I just thank Jody and the team here for letting me talk about it. But what I do is I do midterm rentals. And I guess it kind of fits in perfectly because when you do switch to midterm rentals, it does take a lot of that stress down, a lot of the time, and so you're able to then go and do the things that you need to do to take care of your health. So I've put here if you want to scan that barcode there, or whatever that is. I have a class coming up on November 5th about midterm rentals if that's something that you are interested in. So that's what I had for you, and I could open it for questions. Did I do okay with time? Uh-oh, I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, my mic was muted too. So we're double muting.
Awesome.
Well, you were awesome as always. Love that. And like I said, I think guys, health is the most important thing. It absolutely should be one of you. Look, easiest way to say it, and I'm not the creator of this quote, right? But you got 99 problems until you got a health problem. Then you got one problem. It's that simple. And you know, take care of the vessel, take care of it every day. You're not the damage you do today is not something you'll see tomorrow. It's something you'll see in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And it's an example you'll set for your kids. And so love it. Amanda, I absolutely love it.
I mean, your health is wealth, right? And you're so right. I was on bed rest for another burnout that I had in 2020, early 2023. And literally, it's like you nothing else matters. There's one wish that you have when you don't feel good and you're worried about your health, and that's just to get healthy. Nothing else matters.
No
So
doubt.
everything
100%.
that you guys are building so hard for right now, it could literally take one biopsy and one diagnosis and it's done. So, yeah. Hopefully what I went through resonated with you guys today. I don't know if there's any questions or anything about that, but I wasn't able to see all the
Getting
chats.
comments about how amazing your retreats are.
Oh,
What you talked about is so needed, and I really agree with how calm leader makes for a calm team, 100%. Burnout's real. I mean, everybody here knows, right? I mean, this is the reminder. Now, how many of you guys are going to go open a bag of Doritos and eat it tonight, right? And so, hopefully, the answer to that is zero. So it's like I tell my kids. I mean, I tell my kids they're 11, 9, and 6. I tell them everything you put in your body is a form of self-respect. And nutrition is where you make the body. The gym is where the gym, the yoga retreats, all that stuff. That's for your mental. That's for your health. That's to mentally be clear, mentally be right, so you can drive in the right direction. I love it, Amanda. Thank you so much, guys. Give her a round of applause. Maybe some 10, maybe 10 push-ups or something.
thanks, guys.
Amazing job.